Yo, RB Comics here, and welcome to my Q&A special where I and the stupid team will answer most, if not all, of your questions. Now without much padding around, let's begin. Question 1 from OO Master. Hey stupid, what happens when you eat the following food or drinks? 1. Kit Kat. 2. Mars Bar. 3. Ben & Jerry's. 4. Monster Energy Drink. 5. Pepsi. And finally, what happens when you eat ramen?
Wanna make out? Tastes good, I guess. Which flavor?
Yes.
It's like with any soda, I just fly. But only this time, I am Stupid Boost Red and Blue. It's like we're twins. Yay! So, wanna make out? Kill me.
Question number 2 from Aito Molina. Congratulations for your 1000. Question time! Which are your biggest creative influences? Number 2, would you make a prequel or something to show how the trio met? 3, who would you love to crossover review with? 4, which do you think are the best and worst videos to date? 5, have you canceled a video for any reason and do you want to revive it applying changes? Now for question 1, my biggest influence are a number of things. The usual being all the mind-numbing television you get from Toonami, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and finally, video games. In terms of my art style, I can easily say that Akira Toriyama's simplistic but uber creative look for his characters on Dr. Slump, his one-shots in Dragon Ball before everything got all angular and overly muscular, and also the artwork design in Sonic CD's opening and ending cutscene, and Sonic OVA, don't forget that too. And lastly for my reviews, my starting off point has to be Nostalgia Critic, being it, but what really cemented it for me is Chad Rocco from Familiar Faces. I enjoy his unique series where he reviewed obscure characters, television, and movies I remember seeing but forget, and it was always a pleasure remembering these things thanks to him. His work screams variety. It's never a dull moment when the material he can work with and add new insights on things we enjoy or despise, which influenced my recent seasons of my review series to focus on a lot more things outside of movies. In Lakara, Suede, and Ju Wario, later Jitsu Otaku, Pokemon movie reviews, where in the reviews they are presented as cartoon character puppets designed by one of my favorite artists, Andrew Dickman. Instead of just live action footage of some guys sitting in a room together, yeah, that looks fun. Their tunes is brightly colored and they sit around in more unique settings, and knowing the world of animation, or lack thereof, they can be creative and go all nuts by just simply drawing it out. Those were the videos that inspired the limited animated look of my videos until I later realized the Bruin community been using that look too. And lastly, Ralph Bear. No, not the tune that you all see before you, but my childhood stuffed bear I kept as a toddler, still in great condition no less. That helped me run my imagination and come up with adventures in my tiny little head and made me appreciate on how weird and fun fantasy can be, and just simply embrace it. Yeah, sappy, yeah, sissy, and cringy of me to be still keeping a stuffed bear around in my 20s, but yeah. See my fucks on this map? Can you find all the fucks? Someone wants a free cookie. For question 2, well, since series 3 is planned to be a lot more story driven, there's gonna be an obligatory prequel origin story at some point. So, sure I guess, but no promises. And many more that'll take friggin' ages to list down and get done. My best videos has to be either the X-Men Children Books review, Catherine cover art review, and the compared chapters Batman the Animated Series video. Because those books felt the most personally my best effort, with the X-Men Kids books being my first attempt to see if Ralph can carry the show without Mr. Hand and stupid moves, and the nostalgia aspect of me going back down to Mary Lane to reread these books I haven't touched in years since kindergarten. The Batman video was great since it's one of my most analytical heavy, along with the Captain Cover Art review, and me being my A game when doing these. It just baffles me that, as far as I know, no reviewers ever attempted to pull off an old versus new comparison video of just 2 episodes that happens to have the same kind of plot, but which one was executed better. So I said, fuck it, and try to pull it off to see if I can at least inspire others to do the same. Oh, and if someone has done something like this Batman video, maybe in the form of a rant article, please let me know. Now, my worst has to be my early review videos. Fist of the North Star, Boggy Monster of Mighty Nature, and Chirin's Bell. The first 2 videos are quite easy. 1, my pacing was slow as molasses. 2, my mic and voice work was terrible and wooden. 3, my comedic timing isn't at its best at the time. And 4, again, goddamn, 3-part reviews for 1 movie. Nobody got time for that. Chirin's Bell review with Bob's show is another story. On the upside, I learned to properly pace my videos better because of him. Bob helped me get some exposure thanks to it, and better time my jokes. Now, what I say here isn't me hating on Bob, nor showing any other form of disdain towards him. He's a good reviewer and a great guy to talk to, and I also help out on his works whenever he needs my or other reviewers' help. If you see my cameo in the Green Lantern review on his channel, it shows that there are no hard feelings at all. And now, here's the flaws. Number 1, Bob's show not being into anime. While that information being interesting where we can have different unique opinions on it, with me being an anime fan, can't you tell, it all leads to another problem. Number 2, the scripting. My original opinion on Chirin's Bell is a lot more positive, with the only negatives are mocking the over-the-top moments here or there, and moments in the plot that made me go, what? But Bob's scripting muddled all my more defensive and open-minded thoughts towards the film and make my viewers assume that I don't get this movie, or I hate Japanime, or I think this movie sucks. And with all the accentuating the negative going on, it made this review feel as cynical as this movie. Number 3, the time editing this. Bob Show, the good chap, likes to get his videos done within a week, maybe 2. I, being a more visual heavy, quote, unquote, emphasis on quotes, perfectionist kind of guy, likes to take more time making sure everything comes out just right. I wish he respects what I need to do to get things done, making this collaborative effort feel more organic for the both of us. Which he did, by doing a film review on this channel to give me more time, but that still wasn't enough. Since it's my situation at the time, I have 1 computer. Me and my brothers all share in a strict time limit, 7 to 8 hours. And the computer constantly crashes on me in the middle of editing on time, which, thumbs up for Bob, to help it edit his segments and to make things go faster. And despite all the headaches, it was done and we all decided to put the review in different cuts on our channel. Number 4, the Bob Show cuts and the RB Comics cut. The Bob Show cut, while it's the usual review in Bob's style, it ruined the stupid team, as while Bob is more straightforward and dry with his humor, which works well for him, the stupid team are a lot more visual heavy with their humor and faster pace. But Bob's editing make all their best jokes in the video either fall flat or ruin the pacing and the comedic timing, making the viewers on his channel at the time either react to the team as annoying and unfunny, or just there. It's like it's another Bob Show review, only with these guys here, I guess. If I have the time, I'll totally remake my early reviews and maybe even the Chirin's Bell review with better pacing and a lot more open-minded view towards it. Bob Show's a good guy and he means no harm, but for a time, it made me hesitant to do collabs with anyone popular for a good while, unless the team-up was a lot more well-balanced and respectful. Until recently, after colliding with Mike said and Burning Donut, which came out beautifully. As far as I know, nope, never canceled a video yet. If I had the time, I would make my first 3 reviews into the style of videos you see today. Question number 3, from May Lee Chamberlain. Congratulations for your 1,000 subs. Anyways, what got you into creepypasta? I mean, the fandom's already a wreck and stuff. Also, P.S., do you sometimes interact with the stupid team you created? Smile. Why, thank you, Maylee. Here's a gift basket. Well, I'm into scary stories in general, with scary stories to tell in the dark getting me into it in the first place. If a story is either a haunted house, Home Alone, psychological, or just some dangerous encounters with some strangers in the middle of a dark alley at night with some elements of real life vibe to it, I'll respect that in a heartbeat. Thus why I read creepypastas. I'm more of a light creepypasta fan. I'll be a tad picky and read genuinely good creepypasta stories. Read terrible ones just to get a laugh if I'm bored from watching another episode of Sonic Boom, and I barely acknowledge the fan base because, to be terribly honest, I don't really care about the bad aspect of the fandom and just random drama in general. So, let me enjoy my no-end house and psychosis in peace, please. Thanks. Oh, and as for the team interaction, well...
Hey, you! Work faster, damn it!
Question number 4 from Doomerang 3. What's your favorite Sonic game? From Classic Era, Sonic CD. From Dreamcast Era, Sonic Heroes. From Modern Era, Sonic Generation. Enough said, moving on. Question number 5 from Sky George. Congrats! Oh, and where did you get the idea of the stupid team? And why did you pick a bear, a moose, and a talking sock as your characters? That's quite easy. Originally, the team were comical superheroes in a comic book series called The Stupid Superhero. That you can check out in my DeviantArt gallery way before this review series even existed. Originally, it was supposed to be just me on camera, sitting in my family's living room and review stuff. I tested it out, and it was balls awful. My acting was terrible. I'm not photogenic when filming on camera, and the audio quality is too echoey and amateurish. I am my own worst critic. So instead, I used cartoon characters. Originally, I was going to use an entire original character, Do Not Steal, but that'll take time to refine and establish, so fuck it. I use the already established characters of Stupid, Ralph, and Mr. Hand in my group since their personality in the comic series best represent my personality. Stupid moves my inner child, and a part of me that can get easily impressed by anything that looks awesome like, woo! Sword fight! Yeah! Explosion! Ugh! Look at that animation! Oh, I just want to make love to it! Ralph Bear is my more analytical side of me, where I babble on and on about what I like, and I enjoy talking and explaining cool facts and trivia to people if they want to listen or not. Mostly not. Mr. Hand is my bitter, angry, dickish part of my personality. Is quite fitting because he's a sock. Ha ha ha, cock sock jokes, am I right, folks? He's the part of me that points out things I don't like about movies, flaws, and my usual 2 cents on the World Wide Web. So, in other words, my ranty side. Question number 6 from Suki Condor. I hope I butchered that good enough. And his or her question reads, a movie you like but others don't like, a movie you don't like but others like. If you could meet a famous voice actor, who will it be and why? Did you like Power Rangers as a kid, and who was your favorite and why? Thoughts on Gravity Falls ending. Also, congrats on the 1K subs. Winky face. Again, thanks Suki. You also get a fruit basket. Okay, for number 1, Spider-Man 3, X-Men The Last Stand, Jason Goes to Hell The Final Friday, and Batman and Robin. Number 2, well, as far as I know, I don't know, really. I've always wanted to meet Brian Drummond. He'll always be my Vegeta in my eyes. Well, him and a cast member of the Ocean Group DBZ dub. For number 4, hells yeah! And my favorite has to be the Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver, because green is always my favorite color, bar none. And Tommy has that wicked bad boy flair that the others were lacking at the time, and the original Red Ranger, Jason Lee Scott. He got the best voice and the most handy leader of the team with all of them yells. And just having him be replaced by Rocky, who is just bland as wheat bread in an episode of Sonic Boom. And number 5, feels. Also, for the sake of those who haven't saw it, I won't elaborate any further without whipping out spoilers. Question number 7 from Fabian264, Carry On Rule, Fabian, Carry On. Oh my fucking lord. How is a talking sock had no arms and no legs? How is it that you got a username longer than this stupid question? Question number 8 from Toby77C. What was the first kids show you watched? When I was a kid in kindergarten, my dad usually taped me episodes of Batman the Animated Series, Looney Tunes, and The Simpsons. I find those to be my first kid shows. The Simpsons were more for family, but they still count. Question number 9 from Tails Doll. How long does it take to make a video? It usually takes me 2 or 3 weeks to make a video. Even longer if I got a thing called life that gets in the way, and that takes me a tad bit longer to get things done. I really should get some editors to back me up in the future, hopefully. Question number 10 from Peter Day. Hey, Lennar pour me your way. You're hilarious. Welcome to the 1K Club, man. How awesome is it to make it, and what do you have planned for the future? Thank you as well, Peter. Here's Fruit Baskets on DVD. I find myself feeling quite giddy that I was earned to get 1,000 subs. That means I have higher expectations and I need to try more. Please send help. I am eternally freaking out right now. What I'm planning is to try to earn more money to turn this YouTube channel into more of a production kind of deal. Focus on more stupid reviews and try to continue to Spectre because very few people are waiting for a new episode, damn it. Congrats on having 1,000 subscribers, man. You deserve it. Now, I don't know if you'll accept 2 questions, but I know what you'll be saying. 1, I've noticed that you use a lot of Doctor Who references, for I am also a fan of the show as well. I also know that you're a fan of Tom Baker, who I assume is your favorite Doctor. Well, first, is he? And who is your second favorite? Number 2, what are some of the influences your characters inherit? Hope you read this. Thank you. I just knows I asked 3 questions instead of 2. And you, my friend, deserve another fruit. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm all out Fruit Baskets. You get a thumbs up and a thank you. Why, yes, I am a fan of Doctor Who. And at the time I was working on my channel, I never heard of the series until around in between Tales of Dirty Rainamon review and the first Mr. Hand Rants video. That was the point where I was into Doctor Who. But I'm more of a fan of Classic Who due to my love of cheesy low-budget B-movie flair the series had. To everyone's shock, nope, Tom Baker's not my favorite Doctor. I cosplay as him because I like his fashion statement and quirks, but my real favorite Doctor is John Pertwee. I love his Edwardian style of clothing, his man-of-action attitude, and the fact that he can kick your ass in a fight, his laid-back, cocky personality during the early seasons, and the Who-mobile. I want that bloody Who-mobile. Second favorite is Colin Baker, the 6th Doctor. I like the fact that this man dressed like this and does not give a fuck what you say about it, and I can dig it. He can be a bit of a douche, but the man can back it up. I mean, the man saved the universe many times in his previous incarnations. He deserves to be a little cocky. Tom Baker has to be my 3rd favorite. And for number 2, Stupid Moves has the element of Stimpy for his lovable idiocy, Sonic the Hedgehog due to his simple design, Son Goku for his adventurous, fun, and goofy nature, and Muggy D. Luby for the love of his friends and the explosive temper he has when you mess with them. Ralph Baer is me if I was more confident. He's good looking, he knows martial arts, he's smart, and despite the fact that he isn't the leader, he can easily be capable of being one. After discovering Doctor Who, I inherited some of the Doctor's elements into him. His love of going to new worlds, experimenting, and being a tad quirky with his sense of humor. Mr. Hand was inspired and inherited by 2 characters in my childhood. Gabby Goat from the Looney Tunes cartoons. He was Porky's original sidekick and comedic foil before Daffy Duck took over the role. While some fans don't like his grumpy stick-in-the-mud attitude, I kinda like it, and find him funnier when it's just him and Porky than Daffy sometimes. Check out the short Porky's Bad Time story. That short alone can make you easily see where the Mr. Hand character came from. And Prickly the Dinosaur from Gumby and Friends due to his strict and critical attitude on things. Plus he had all that sass. Question number 12 and number 13. Alright guys, double the question, double the answers. Saitama versus Cat God Beerus from Dragon Ball Z. Who will win? And Saitama versus Superman. Who would win? Question number 14 from Commodore XP. Congrats on hitting 1K, Ralph. What do you think of 3 Mongos? Tits! Pony tits! Tits on a pony! Oh God! Why, bronies? Why? Question number 15 from Coco Blue. I was waiting for this day to come. I've been subbed to you since 2014. Anyways, here's my question for Mr. Ham. What do you look like underneath that sock? What? Question number 16 from Fallout Ruler 85. What is the stupidest thing you ever seen happen on the internet or real life? Fallout Ruler 85, good sir. There's no such thing as the stupidest thing, because there's always going to be something even stupider out there. By the time we do find the stupidest thing ever, the world would have already ended. See you there. Question number 17 from Mint Heart. First off, congratulations. Now, what to ask? Who is your favorite character from the Stupid Team? Mine is Mr. Hand. No offense for Stupid and Ralph. Thanks, Mint. Here's an Easter basket. My favorite has to be Stupid Moose or Ralph Bear, as they function very well together in a brotherly fashion. Without them, they got nothing to work off of one another. Mr. Hand just added spice that add to this Three Stooges trio. Without Ralph as a stuffed bear as a child, I would never be so creative. Without Mr. Hand being used during that show and tell project during the 2nd grade, I'd never be more assertive. And without Stupid, he would have never got the ball rolling on their adventures together. Question number 18, from Noob Mister. Muffins or cupcakes? Muffins. Because obvious punchline. Well, it could have been more obvious either way, my good man. Well, that's the questions I'll be answering. Thank you all for coming over to comment and support my channel in the past. I love you all, fellas. Peace.